Hey guys, how are you today? I hope you are doing well. This is Abby's Impact, and I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad to be back. Today, as usual, I've prepared something for you concerning the things that I have learned. As usual, I have my points with me that I am going to share with you. Today, I have things that I am going to talk about, things that mentally strong people do not do. And I have quite a number of points that I would like to share with you as we develop our mental strength, our mental awareness or self-awareness. And in this journey, as I grow, I'm going to share my knowledge with you. So the first thing that I learned concerning mentally strong people is that they do not waste time feeling sorry for themselves. Mentally strong people do not waste time on wondering or feeling sorry concerning the circumstances that they are going through, no matter what those circumstances are. They take responsibility of the role that they have played in creating those circumstances, and that they understand that life is not fair or easy at all. So they do not waste time feeling sorry for themselves. Instead, they take time to find solutions for the things that are happening in their life. So that is one point. Do not waste your time feeling sorry for yourself, because even if you feel sorry, life still moves on. They do not give away their power to people. When you start feeling sorry for yourself and blaming other people for the things that you are going through, that is how you give power to other people. Stop blaming everyone else for the things that Stop blaming everyone else for the things that have happened to you. That way, by blaming other people other than yourself, that's how you give away your power. Instead, you should take control of everything that is going on in your life. Stop blaming your boss. Stop blaming your parents for the things that they did not do for you, because this way you understand that control over your emotion is upon you. When you take responsibility of the things that are going on in your life, you are able to take control of your emotions, and this way you are able to control your reactions. So in whatever circumstance that you are going through, as a strong mentally, or a person who is strong mentally, you should understand that by taking charge of how you react to the things that are happening in your life, by taking control of how you react to your emotions, that way you are not giving power to other people. And then these people, the strong mentally people or the mentally strong people, do not shy away from change. Change is always inevitable. There will always be things that are changing in your life. These strong mentally the people that are strong mentally, they do not avoid change. Instead, they welcome positive change and are willing to be flexible. Always be willing to be flexible in the things that are inevitable, and this way you are able to adapt to different perspective or different changes that comes in life. These strong people, they do not waste their energy on the things that they cannot control. They stop complaining. They decide to be strong by themselves and avoid complaining over littlest of things. As human beings, we find ourselves complaining concerning traffic jams, concerning how people talk or how they behave. But mentally strong people, they focus on what they can control other than what they cannot control. They recognize that sometimes the only thing that they can control is their personal attitude. The only thing that you can control is your attitude towards things that are happening, towards people, towards certain occurrences. The only person that you can control is yourself. So, one way of becoming a mentally strong person is controlling your attitude towards certain people, towards certain circumstances. This way, your actions will not be influenced by other people. They do not worry about pleasing everyone. As human beings, we mostly tend to wonder or do things that will try to impress other people or to please other people. You are fearful of what you are going to say. You are always so keen on what you do. And in this life, if you become someone who is always trying to please other people, you can never take a step forward in your life. People who try to impress everyone are afraid of speaking up their thoughts. They are afraid of even starting anything that is beneficial to them. And this is so wrong. This is what holds most of us back. So as a mentally strong person, for you to move forward and become a mentally strong person is for you to avoid trying to please everyone. Speak up your mind when necessary. Do not be afraid to say whatever that you think is the right way or the right thing to be done. Strive to be kind in all ways. Strive to be fair in how you handle other people, and avoid being too concerned on pleasing other people. Another thing concerning mentally strong people is that they do not fear taking calculated risks. In our day-to-day life, risk is inevitable. Even living under a certain roof that you do not know who built or how it was built is a risk in itself. Being alive is a risk in itself. So mentally strong people understand that risks are inevitable and they avoid taking unnecessary risk. Instead, they take calculated risks. In business, you take calculated risk. In building a family, you take a calculated risk, because taking the risk of bringing someone from where they grew up to your home as a man, or moving from your father's house to a man's house as a woman, is a risk itself. So it needs to be a very calculated risk. And for you to be able to do this, you need to be mentally strong. And mentally strong people do not dwell on the past. They focus on the future. So mentally strong people don't waste time dwelling on the past and wishing that things were different. Instead, they acknowledge the past and can say what they have learned from it. They constantly live in the present. They do not constantly fantasize on the things that should have happened or things that could have gone better in their past. Instead, they focus on their present and what is going on well in their lives. These people do not make the same mistakes over and over. They accept responsibility for the things that they happened in the past. They learn from it, from this mistake, and as a result, they do not keep repeating these mistakes. So, for you to be mentally strong individual, you need to learn from your mistake. Do not keep on regretting the things that you did, because that is part of what we live as human beings. We learn from mistakes because we have never been here before, and if we have, then we forgot. So we learn from these mistakes and move forward. Mentally strong people do not resent the success of others. I've come across so many people who wish that whatever other people had could be theirs. I've seen people who hate on another person just simply because that person has acquired something, or their life is moving in a better way than theirs. And this is not the way for a mentally strong person. For you to be mentally strong person, always be happy for other people's success. Clap for others as you wait for your turn. Always build your life without resenting others. Learn from other people's experiences, and you realize that for you to achieve whatever that other person had or has is because of hard work, and you should be willing to put in the work for you to have your own success. These mentally strong people, they do not give up at first failure. Always when you start something, you anticipate success or mostly success, but failure can also is mostly part of the success. So you understand that failure is not a reason for you to give up. You try again and again. You start something, it fails, you try again. You keep on improving on yourself. You are always willing to keep on trying to get whatever that you are doing right. So a mentally strong person is someone who keeps on keeping on. You do not give up easily. Most every person who has succeeded in anything, in any venture, if you ever took your time to ask people what they went through before becoming what you deem as success, most of them have a strong story. They have a big story behind who they are in that or in whatever that you deem as their success. So do not be put off by failure. It may be painful, it may look like a setback, but always understand that for you to succeed, you have to always keep on keeping on no matter what you go through. And then these people who are strong mentally, they do not fear alone time. I've come across people who can never be alone. Even in relationship, someone breaks your heart, this is just an example, and the next minute you've jumped in another relationship for fear of being alone. Actually, if you understand the benefit of taking your alone time, you would just take your time to listen to yourself, to meditate, to understand and listen as God speaks to you. That small inner voice always speaks to you mostly when you are alone. So do not be afraid to be alone, because that is one importance or one point or benefit of being mentally, or one way of being mentally strong as an individual. Never be afraid to be alone with your thoughts, and because this is the time that helps you to be more productive. You enjoy your own company. So being alone is not a weakness. It is not a way of showing or feeling like you are not good with people. But this is the time that you listen to your own thoughts. You correct the negative thoughts that come into your mind. We call them small monkeys that keep chattering in our heads. You listen to them and put them off. Decide that they are not part of you. Accept the positive ones, and whenever a negative thought comes, you just replace it with a positive thought. That way you build your character as a mentally strong individual. Another point for mentally strong people is that they do not feel the world owes them anything. We as human beings, we come in this world feeling like the world owes us things. Mentally strong people do not feel entitled to things in life. They were not born with a mentality that the world owes them anything. Instead, they look forward to opportunities, and if opportunities do not find them, they create these opportunities for them. In the world that we live today, you find that their opportunities are there, but they are always hard to find, or they are given to them a few privileged people. So you have to create opportunity for yourself. This is one way of being a mentally strong individual. And lastly, another thing that I learned concerning mentally strong individuals is that they do not expect immediate results. Whether they are working for a company or whether they are working on themselves in terms of improving their health, getting a new business started off the ground, they do not expect immediate results. Instead, they apply their skills in growing this business or whatever that they are working on. They give it their best time, and they understand that change takes time or growth takes time. So my takeaway is that for you to be mentally strong, a mentally strong individual is taking time in developing yourself, being very patient, and understanding that things do not work overnight. You could be lucky and have things working for you overnight, which we should be grateful for if it happens. But if it doesn't happen, which is mostly the case, be patient, put the work on, and understand that things will improve one step at a time. Thank you guys for listening to me. See you